Hey guys, it's Rob from This Board Game Life, and I am here today to do an unboxing of this guy here, the Druids of Edora. This is the latest game from Stefan Feld, right there, right up on top. And this is actually part of a series of games. As you can see here, this is number 7 on the Aliyah series. I'll talk about that in a couple seconds here. But this thing is a beast. I actually threw it on the scale. It's 5 pounds, 5 pounds of heavy game goodness. I guess, in some respects, with the massive boxes that we get with some of these games, it's maybe it pales in comparison, but at the same time, this is pretty heavy for an Aliyah size box. That's the ones that are more rectangular as opposed to the Ticket to Ride squarish ones. Anyway, before I take this up to the studio number 2 in the penthouse, I just want to mention a brief thing about this game. So this is a game of strategic dice placement where you walk through ancient forests in the footsteps of fairy folk, past monolithic menhirs, and under strands of mistletoe. As druids, you will place dice to take actions to gather provisions, gain knowledge, brew potions, and gain bonuses. Build stone structures, collect herbs, and leave your mark in the sacred wood. Each turn is a few simple steps that, with the right strategy, will earn you prestige points and bring you closer to victory. Prove yourself worthy of the ancient ones and bring glory to the forest. So that is the flavor text, the little intro overview, whatever you want to call it for the game. Just briefly, I did mention that this is game 7 right there. And this is game 7 in the series. So this is a series of games that Aliyah / Ravensburger, they started this in 2019. So it's about 7 years now it's 2026 now. This is a 2025 release. Number 7 came out, and it follows in the footsteps of a bunch of different games. The first one in the series, I believe, was Las Vegas Royale. So that's a pretty fun little game. Las Vegas came out a couple years prior to 2019. So then they had the Royale version in 2019. Then 2019 also brought Castles of Burgundy. That was the sort of like revived version, not necessarily the anniversary edition, but also then the Castles of Tuscany followed that up in 2020. So that was number 3 in the series. Puerto Rico in 2020, not to be confused with the latest and greatest Puerto Rico, which is a special edition. Carpe Diem was 5th. Council of Shadows was 6th. That came out in 2022. So it was a couple years since the last release, and this is number 7. So, all right, let's take this one over to the studio and check out what's inside the box. Now we're up in our studio, our penthouse studio, and here on the table we've got the box. Again, as I said, it's a 5-pounder, so it is pretty significant. You can do some arm curls with this thing, I think. And again, it's number 7 in the series, plays 2 to 4 people, ages 14 and up, plays an hour and a half, and on the light bulb brain scale, it's a 5 out of 10. So you can see some of the components in here. It's supposed to have a whole ton of stuff, 250 plus die cut parts, 52 dice, and 60 plus playing pieces made from special plastic, and 1 rule book. And they forgot to mention the box, but as you can see, I think that's a given. We know that the box is there. So let's see what's in here. Yeah, that's a lot of dice. It's actually pretty hefty in a couple of different colors. I do like that. I'll say that these are colorblind friendly. I can definitely tell the difference between those. So thumbs up, Aaliyah. Slight change from Castles of Burgundy, right? And then, oh, this is that. I forgot what company came out with these components, but it's that funky, like recycled imitation wood, something like that. I think it has that look to it. So these pieces are actually they're actually pretty cool. This is something that you don't get with normal pieces of wood that you see in your typical games. I mean, this is pretty neat. Like it must be like a little altar. Um, looks like some kind of sickle on that guy. I don't know what these are. It's like a spike or something. And very cool. I like these pieces. I like the detail on them. These definitely get a thumbs up in terms of the detail on them. So as you can see in there, there's a whole bunch of the same stuff in different colors and such. Let's take a look at the rules. So, oh man, we're coming into the rules here in a bunch of different languages, right? So this is, I think this is just purely German, maybe. Yeah. So got the German. This is, it's got Del in it, so it's some kind of Spanish, right? This is multilingual. This is not us. This is not us. This is not us. This is us. All right. So here's English. Let's take a quick look at this. It's your standard fair rule book, 12 pages, very glossy. Looks pretty nice. I like the game setup pictures that they have here. That's pretty nice, where they give you the number and then they show where it is on the board that the stuff goes. So there's a how to play section, the different actions. So think Stefan Feld, you get a million actions to choose from, bonuses, the medicinal herbs on the right hand side here, and end of the game, and then play variations on the back here. So there's that. And then this guy here, let's see. So this looks like it is multilingual. So English is in the back. So it's only, this is probably another 12 page. Yeah, 12 pager. English is on the back here. So we have the magic potions and then the stone tablets over here. So this is some kind of reference guide. And we've got a whole bunch of bags to sort stuff. It'd be cool if there's a 3D insert for this one, 3D printable insert. So it's cool that they give us bags. I appreciate that. Just make sure this is closed. And then we've got some boards, looks like player boards there, stuff that we put together. So this looks like a frame. This is not the opposite side. This is another, this is two boards that are just back to back. More playing pieces, two more boards that are back to back here. Looks like for scoring right here. More boards. And yeah, it looks like you punch this stuff out over here. So, it is, whatever's going to be on this is going to be recessed. So let me throw this so it's right side up. So this pops out, all of those pop out, and then there's a square here on each of those that pop out. So there looks like there's one of these probably per player color. And let's see what was over here. This is another board where this here gets removed, and then also, oh, that's separate. And then this is the last player color. And Some more pieces here. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of components to this. There's another player board, looks like over there, and that is it. So it looks like this over here is assembled, right, by those tiles that we saw in the beginning. And then the players have one of these boards, and then there's that secondary board that we saw. You roll the dice, you can see all the components kind of fit into there. This is, I'm excited to play this one. This actually looks pretty cool. The components are really well done. Great job, Aaliyah and Ravensburger on this. All right, so there you have it. Well, that's kind of nice. This a colorful little insert in here, so it's not boring. And this is one that we can keep because the other ones are, that have that hump in the middle. They're usually they usually get pitched. So that was a look into the Druids of Edora and all the rule books and the pieces. And if you want to hear more about this game, I'm sure Mark and I are going to be talking about it on the podcast. And we're beginning this board game LifeCon here in a couple hours. And this is going to be one of the first things we're going to play. So hope you enjoyed this look into this game, and we'll catch you all in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and check out our podcast on the preferred podcasting application and store near you. All right. Thanks, everyone.